everyone, it's me, Lena the Plug, aka LTP, and today I am reviving my show Hoe and Tell because I'm in the presence of a major hoe in the best way possible.
Okay, Major.
Major hoe. Today I am with Mandy B, aka Peg the Stallion on Twitter, which we will get to in a moment, but she is the host of a very successful, very hilarious podcast called Horrible Decisions, horrible with a W.
Horrible spelled horror. Just type in horror, we pop up.
Yes, it'll pop up on all your platforms. I got the opportunity to interview her, hang out with her, and I was like, I'm going to do some research, but then I couldn't stop listening. So I've been listening to her pretty much up until she got to my house today, and I heard her voice through my phone, and then she came in, and I was like, oh, I'm still hearing her voice. Okay, she's here. This is great. So, we're going to talk about a lot of sex today, and I don't want my audience to think that I'm just objectifying you, but that's kind of your expertise. That's kind of your thing.
Expertise?
So I
don't know if it would be expertise. I think I'm just very open.
So
I'm open with my sexual exhibition.
You like talking about sex, though, right?
I like talking about sex.
Expertise, I guess, because people would try to make me out to be a sex and relationship expert, and I'm like, no, I just have it, and we'll talk about it.
But that's like me.
Yeah.
I'm not a sexpert. I'm not a doctor. I don't know everything that happens when you do everything. I'm still learning all of the orifices in my body.
But you want to know.
I'm interested. I do my research.
You're exploring it, because a lot of people they're not exploring it. They're curious about it, but they don't have the push to do it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with everything. No, I'm not even gonna lie. Here she goes, oh my God, I'm so vanilla with you, and I'm just you're not gonna do that, bro. You gonna have me.
Okay, listen, let me just get into it right now. I mean, you're not a slut if you fuck more than one guy. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
But people try to make it out to be that I have all this experience sexually, and it's I've had sex with my partner for the last 3 years, and then I've had threesomes with girls and stuff, but when you're fucking with someone for 3 years straight, you get into these routines, and so you're not always necessarily exploring other things. So my sex life is pretty vanilla, and he will admit to it. Sometimes we're fucking twice a week.
Is it because he doesn't want to try new things?
I think it's because he's busy. So
bitch, I'm busy. I'm booked and busy.
But you doing?
I'm in LA. I'm with you. I see Adam tomorrow. I'm have all these things, and I still brought my strap. So you can always find time. Bitch, I literally went out yesterday for my friend's 30th and ended up fucking on the beach. So I don't want to hear that.
You're
shit,
scouting.
okay?
I know, but if I show up to the office and I'm like, Adam, give me dick right now. Let's get it in the office. He'll be like, bitch, go home. I'm at work right now. It's not going to work out in my favor.
Okay.
But what was I going to say? The strap thing. Can you explain what strap you're talking about? Because she's not talking about a gun.
No, why can't we talk about my gun?
Because I know what you're talking about.
My gun was not able to be carried as a carry-on. You're correct. No, so I have not only explored what I'm into, but I've really gauged the things that I like. I know that I'm a dom, so I hate to bring this up because I feel this is what everyone knows me to talk about. But I'm into pegging.
Okay.
So for those that don't know what pegging is, but if you're watching Lena, I know you know what the fuck pegging is.
Okay, might not.
Maybe not. So I like to strap guys, which is ironic because I do like women too. Mm-hmm. But I've never strapped a woman before. I've only strapped a man.
How do you get dudes to agree to do this?
It's not agreeing. You just make them really make them feel comfortable with you first off. Because a lot of guys won't say, hey, I want to get bent over by you. Especially black guys. That's all I fuck. And with toxic masculinity and everything the fuck else, that's hard. But I I see if they like the ass licked first. Then I'm oh, you like your ass licked? Okay, well, what about a finger? If I see that they're going to allow a finger, then we just have the conversation for more. And I get them open by sending them porns of
So pegging. It's not a first night thing ever.
I fucked a guy for the first time, but I didn't get to peg him until our 5th round.
Okay, because it seems it's I guess you don't meet up with a girl and necessarily do anal with her the first time. So why
right? No. Yeah. Right.
So you're a dom normally, but
yes.
And you don't like getting head, you like giving head.
Oh, yeah, I'm a pleaser. So with everyone, and we were just having this conversation in the kitchen. I'm yeah, a threesome with me is so easy because I like to do all the work. So as long as the guy...
But doesn't the submissive normally do all the work? I feel that's where people would get confused. The sub the head.
But see, to me, it's me taking control.
Got it. Okay.
So it's not even, and I guess that's the only way that I like giving head is when I sit on someone's face because it still makes me feel like I'm in control. I'm on top.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
I'm fascinated because I'm like a super sub.
really,
so.
yeah, no, like I'm a pleaser. So to me, that's the control. Like even if I'm getting fucked from the back, that could be technically a submissive position. But to me, I like focus on throwing it back and taking all of it even when it hurts because then it makes me feel like I'm still somewhat in control.
Okay.
Because I'm taking it all.
Okay.
And a lot of bitches can't take dick. So me taking dick makes me feel like I got this.
I'm with you on the no riding, but I can take it from
still not riding. Still,
yo, my hips get so
still
fucked
not
up
riding.
after 2 minutes.
I don't know.
Like,
listen, I don't know the exercise that Meg the Stallion is doing, but that's what I need to learn because my knees. I just had a story on my podcast where I got on top and all you heard was my knees like click.
Oh
click.
yeah, I listened to that.
And I was like, damn, this is
I think she's just really flexible because that's like
double jointed maybe.
I think it's flexibility because I was on top for like 2 minutes and I'm in the gym like
bitch.
What did we
wait,
do?
two real minutes?
He said it was 8, but he has no
because that's the thing.
Time.
No,
you really think it was 8?
No, there's sex minutes and then there's real minutes. Like you could fuck someone and it feels like 45 minutes and you guys only fuck for 15.
Okay, yeah.
So
I think it was like not even 2 minutes.
2 minutes of riding dick is long. Honey, you get 7.5 bounces with me. 7.5. Okay.
I'm like, I work out 5 days a week. How the fuck can I not do
that's
this?
cute. I don't.
Okay, but we both can't do it, so I'm not like, hey.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
So I'm like, I suck.
Actually, so what are you doing in the gym? Fucking lifting weights?
Lifting weights and doing cardio, yeah. But I
maybe
just
you need to do like
really...
the Stairmaster more.
Oh, I do the Stairmaster every day. I love the Stairmaster. It's just my hip muscles are really tight. You gotta open them up.
Yeah.
Open
it up. She does. She does. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing it.
Amazing. She gotta teach a class or something. I mean,
well, I'm not teaching no class.
You gotta teach a class on how to get your guy into pegging.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, to me, it's just who you're comfortable with, and it's funny because all of my friends are always like, "Yo, how do you meet all these guys? Like, you just know how to meet the guys that want to let you do this." And I was like, "No, girl. You sit here and shame them for what they like, and so they're not going to open up that they would be interested in it because they already know you're not. You're going to judge them for it." And a lot of guys are just scared of like being exposed.
True. I mean,
exposed. We all fucking. What's the problem?
Yeah, I get it. But like my boyfriend, even though we film sex stuff together, like he doesn't really want like video of him going down on me like on the internet. Because
what?
He's such a like dude.
Oh
like,
my
God. I think it's stupid too. But
that makes you like. Does that not make you look more manly when you give head?
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he's like, oh, I work with rappers and like I don't know. He's already like. It's weird because he's like not really a porn star, but he's clearly like a porn star.
Oh my God.
Dudes are so afraid of being exposed. I mean, the pegging thing is like, no one's really like accepting that that's not gay. You know what I mean? Unfortunately.
Yes. But.
I'm not saying I agree with that, but.
If you look at like the gauge of what's happened with even just talking sex, I can remember 10 years ago, guys weren't even admitting to eating pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Guys weren't admitting to liking their salads tossed. It was like a jail thing or whatever the case may be.
Even now, like when I talk about eating Adam's ass, like dudes are like, you're tripping.
No, but so to me, I feel the opposite. I feel like guys are more open to saying like, I mean, they can lick my ass, but you're not putting nothing in it. But it's like now they're admitting. They're crawling. This so eventually, everyone's going to admit that they want to get pegged. And it's going to be a whole new...
I had been begging my boyfriend to let me put a finger in his ass, okay?
And he won't let you?
I was just like, babe, please, it's going to feel so good when you come. Like, I put a butt plug in when I want an orgasm.
Right.
Whatever. And finally, one night he was drunk and he was like, okay, you can do one finger. And I got too excited and I fucking jammed it in there.
No, you scarred him for life.
I did. And he was like, you lost all privileges. Yeah. Have you ever done that? Have you ever like gone too fast and fucked?
First off, I like to let people know I'm a pro. So I'll be gentle if you want. Oh, I do the baby talk. I baby talk them into it.
Oh
but
my God, I love it.
I'm also like,
I wanna be a fly on the wall.
I'm also into like definitely like going all the way down. If you're clenching, I'm not gonna do it. But so I get them comfortable. Like I start with the shaft and I give them head, then I go down to the balls, and then I get under the balls. And when I get under the balls is when I can sense if they'll do it. And a lot of them will scoot
Okay.
They'll scoot that ass up.
Make it easier for
They'll
her.
scoot that ass. Like, I'm like, okay, he wants it. So then I'll like lick their ass and I'll eat their ass. And then so the trick is when you leave from licking the ass, you go back to the balls. But when you go back to the balls, you bring your hand up with it. So you're rubbing the asshole with just your like knuckle.
Oh, okay.
And so your finger's there. So you're making him comfortable with, and I didn't even give this instruction on my show, okay? So this is like,
this is exclusive.
This is like exclusive. So I'll like go back up to the balls because now the ass area is super wet.
Yeah.
And so I'll literally just rub my knuckle. So I'm licking the balls, rubbing a knuckle, and then sometimes I'll be jacking the dick at the same time. Like it's a whole orchestra, okay? And then
so now I could say you're a fucking expert.
No,
now
in real life.
Like
in real life. So I'm like licking the balls. I'm rubbing the ass with just my knuckle and then stroking the dick, but still making sure it's all wet. And then that's when you can move from your knuckle to then rubbing it with the tip of your finger. And girl, I have fucking acrylic nails. So the fact that I'm sticking my fingers in niggas' asses with acrylic nails. So
and it has the gems on it.
Okay, so this I would probably do this finger.
Okay, good.
Without the diamonds, because I would be embarrassed if I pulled my finger out and one of these stones were stuck in his ass. Because then one of his shits is going to be sure to have a fucking sparkle.
Oh my God. See, as someone who likes having things shoved in their ass, if you did all that work on me and was like making me really comfortable, I would be begging.
Oh yeah, and that's normally how it is.
Pulsating butthole.
That's normally how it is. And like I'm also just
doing.
I do. And then I'll have them bend over and get on all fours, and I've had guys like spread their cheeks for me and everything. So like, wow. Yeah, like as long as you make them comfortable and like I enjoy it and I'm a pleaser, it feels good for you. Like nothing is gay. I'm a woman, you're a man.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
And it still exists after the pegging is over.
Oh yeah.
So do they usually orgasm while you're pegging them?
So the last guy that I pegged got on top of me and rode my strap and it like came on my stomach and it was the hottest thing. Well, my stomach and tits.
That does sound really
hot. It was
hot.
so hot. I really like, so I'm actually supposed to be pegging someone in Vegas when I go. And he's going to let me record it. So I'll send it to you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You should start like a service. Like
Listen,
an intro to pegging service.
You know, no, in real life. Seriously. So I'm excited.
Oh my God.
Also, real quick, for those of you who are just tuning in, I'm in LA and Lena really has us drinking gin. She's like, I have no chaser, but she had organic berries. So if y'all are wondering what we're fucking drinking, it's the most LA shit I've ever had while I've been in LA. Like, hey girl, I have berries and we could just like put them in the gin. So yeah, thanks. Thanks, girl.
So sorry.
Thanks, girl.
About my LA-ness.
She's like, well, it's not kombucha. And I was like, okay, that would have made it.
I was just trying to think of the only thing that could make it worse, you know?
You're right. You're right.
Kombucha
but this works.
Although kombucha is really good with clear liquor, I promise you. It's actually
no.
Like kombucha.
This is why I don't do LA. I'm already like, why is everything organic? Why is everything vegan? Like, we even went to a brunch spot and everything like impossible. It's not real, bro.
It's not fucking real. I love food.
Okay, good. Yeah, no. we know you love meat. I do love we get to see that.
God, I have like so many things I want to ask you.
Okay, ask away.
Where are we gonna go? Okay, so I just want you to tell everyone about your podcast a little bit before we keep going. And
okay, so if you guys again if you've already searched horror, we pop up. It's Horrible Decisions. We are a no kink shaming, sex positive podcast. That focuses on kinky sex, but for minorities. Okay. So not to, shy away from white people, but I feel like white people been doing this shit. So we call a lot of things white people shit, but it's just the fact that all of us do it. All of us experience sex in the same way, and we can. So we just are opening the conversation of kinks to just a broader, I feel
like that's probably why sometimes Adam doesn't want to do stuff and mention it to his black friends.
Yeah.
So that's why he's like, no, I interview rappers. I can't be talking about that shit. I can't be talking about that shit.
I'm with toxic masculinity all day long. I can't bring up,
so like, if we
that I like a finger in my ass from time to time.
Yeah. I'll have like a rapper be like, yo, you was wild. Like, what was that?
Listen, shout out to Angela Yee with Lip Service. She has a lot of rappers on her show. And a few I know and friends that I know have fucked with them. And they'll be like, yo, I don't do that shit. And yes, they do. Yes, the fuck they do.
I love that you know everyone's little dirty secrets.
I do. It's really, but athletes and rappers and just anyone.
Have you pegged an athlete?
What?
Have you pegged an athlete?
Yeah, that was the first person I pegged. So the people that I pegged 3 guys. One was 6'2", one was 6'7", the other was 6'11". I'm 5'1".
You have a type.
Yeah, no.
She has a type. Above
just
6'5".
above 6 foot, you know.
Oh my God.
So yeah, and I'm 5'1". So
do you see a dude who's like super masculine, like type A seeming masculine dude walking down the street and just think like, I bet I could peg him? Like, is that
absolutely? So
is
I watch.
challenge
Well, I watch gay porn.
Okay.
So I like watching masculine gay porn, and so there's like a lot of. I also like the scripts of porn. Like I like the setup on how they met and all that shit.
The situation.
So there's a lot of times where they're just playing video games.
That's
And they like make a bet because they're like super straight passing, and they're just playing video games. The next thing you know, it's like, oh well, you lost, you gotta suck my dick, and then they get into it, and it's like super hot. So now I just imagine when like guys be hanging with each other, like.
Did you watch that episode of Black Mirror?
Where who?
Black Mirror.
Yes.
Where the guys are fucking in the
Viking,
video game.
What is it? Viking something. Viking.
I forget what it's called.
But yeah. Gay shit.
I did not expect that to happen, but you're like,
I loved it.
You watch all this kind of porn, you're like, I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen.
Coming.
Like now y'all are, you know, liking each other and shit. But no, like there's a lot. Like I've seen there's also like a couple scripts where like a guy owes his drug connect money. And so he'll like get pistol whipped, but then it's like, well, you gotta make up for the money you didn't pay me, so suck this dick and bend over. I like
See, I love
I like shit like that.
It's all the same scripts that they usually use in like hetero porn with girls.
So I don't like hetero porn. I don't watch straight porn.
But I just like I never considered that they're using the same kind of storyline.
Mm-hmm. To me, it's just different with the interactions. Yeah. So like, see, I don't want to say no problematic shit. Well, actually, I do all the time. Well, I do all the time. So I like only black dick. I've never had a pink dick in my life. So ever, I've never had pink dick. So I only watch black dick, but the black women in porn, they weaves bother me. They're just not always together. See, no, it's the makeup and the weave, and I'm like, sis, what are you doing?
I feel like sometimes the makeup artists maybe don't know how to do black.
Of course, which is the problem with actresses now in Hollywood. Yeah. But so that bothers me. So then I go into interracial, but the black men in hetero porn aren't as sensual. You don't really hear them moan. They all have Timberlands like they just got out of jail. I don't want to watch a whole bunch of felon dick porn. And I feel like all of them, yes, probably can't get a job at Chipotle. Actually. So they're like, well, let me just sling dick and make money. And so they're just not, it's not intimate to me.
Okay.
Except I love black. Oh, bitch. See, but I got judged on my show for talking about how much I like black because they don't have black girls like ever. They barely have Latinas, and it's all an emphasis on white women fetishizing black men. So
they always get the really small, really
however, there is one guy on there, and I was like, damn.
Is it Jason Love?
Yes, bitch, with the tattoos.
I know him, yeah.
Where is he at? Why is he not over here drinking with us?
I'll call him.
Hello, please.
I actually know the owner of the company.
Oh so my God.
And I only follow 5 people on Instagram, and for some reason the other day I had 6 people, and I was like, who am I following? And for some fucking reason it was Jason Love, and I was like, this would look really bad.
We talked probably 5 whole minutes about him because his dick is ginormous. I don't know if it's camera angles, but his dick looks huge. He does his ass ate, and then he has tattoos on his face. He looks like he looks so
a really sweet Southern dude.
I don't want to know that.
Well, oh, you don't?
I don't want to know that these niggas, because in real life, I think I've heard him talk on his Instagram, and I'm like, oh no, he's corny. But I'm like, damn, you can fuck. You think he'd be into pegging? Because he's tall, right? Or is it just the camera?
He's massive. He actually lifted me up one time, and I was like,
okay, I'm not gonna
put me down. This is cheating.
Anyone watching this video could probably lift you up. I feel like I could lift you up if I really wanted to try.
You're as tall as me.
It doesn't matter. I'm confident with being able to pick you up.
I totally support you and Jason. I will hook you up if you want, but
I'm with it.
Well, you should get it.
Hey.
I saw one who was like, "Did you put me on your no list?" Because girls have no lists. I'm like, everyone's on my no list. Don't talk about that because you're making me think about it now.
You have a no list?
No, I don't have a no list. But girls in porn and guys in porn will have a no list, like
people they won't
work with or
Why?
Shoot for.
What are the purposes?
Maybe that person made them feel uncomfortable, or maybe they're exes or something. Like they just don't. They tell their agents, and this is what I've heard from girls, that they'll tell their agents not to book them with these people.
So can I ask you a question? And this was not to interview you or anything, but so a lot of the white girls, do you know a lot of white porn girls?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Is it true that their rate goes down if they fuck a black guy?
No,
This is something that I've heard.
I don't think that's the rate. The how it goes. I think it's if they can charge more to work with a black guy. Like they can get paid more for a scene where they're fucking a black guy.
Because they're not probably going to be able to go back to white porn the same, right? This is what I've heard. So
I think that it's just like, from what I've heard, I think it's just that you get paid more for fucking black guys than fucking white guys.
That is crazy.
But a lot of girls will say that they're not down. Like, you have to pay them the same for fucking it. Like, a lot of girls are really, like, woke about it and they won't.
Okay, well, that's good. I like.
I don't actually know what's happening behind fucking closed doors and on the paychecks and stuff, but that's what I've heard from people. I should actually ask my friends who shoot for black.
Yeah, you really should, because I want to fucking know this shit.
All my friends want to get fucked by all the guys on black. I don't think they're like really thinking about like, I'll make more money. Yeah, they do great stuff.
Like the production. Did I not say I like the production? First off, the fact that you go from POV to production to like directing, like you get to see them on their iPhones. Like, oh my god, like I saw this black cock and it was so big.
So you wish they casted more black girls?
Well, no, because they hair don't be done. But maybe more like ethnically ambiguous. Like, I really feel like it's super white Valley girl type of girls. And I would like to see more, like, even Latinos or mixed girls or maybe black girls that their production is so good, I think their hair would be nice.
Maybe.
I would like...
I'll let them know.
Yeah, please. Thanks. Thanks. Put it in the suggestion box, bitch.
You guys, I'm going to cancel my subscription. Would you guys
no, in real life.
Yeah, they've worked with a lot of my friends, and when I think about it, I'm like, they're my like most pale friends. I think it's about like the aesthetic and like how it looks on camera and stuff. Interested. But I wonder if it's do you know Tiana Trump?
Yes.
I'm trying to think of if
she could definitely do it. That's what I'm saying. Like even someone like her.
I feel like she has a black scene. We'll have to go and watch after this.
No, I'm with that.
So I was gonna ask you about getting your ass eaten or eating ass, but I feel like
I like eating it more than I like my ass ate.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I like it in a submissive way. But you like it because you're trying to get to the butthole.
Like eating ass.
With the
yeah. But I also just like a man moaning. I like a man in those vulnerable positions too. So if I'm eating your ass, you're either holding your legs up or you're bent over. So it's even seeing you in those positions that I know you probably don't get in often that also turn me on.
See, I'm always getting my face sit on.
These big ass niggas ain't sitting on my face.
That's what I was thinking when the
I need to breathe. No.
I was like, you're tiny. The guys are 6'7".
Yeah, no, they're like 6'7". They can't ride me. Like they have to do a split on my face if they like, and that's not attractive. I don't want a nigga being able to bust a split on my face, okay, just so that I can reach his asshole. No, we're not doing that. Look, are you imagining that? That's not cute. That's not cute. I don't want to see a nigga bust a split on my face. No.
Oh my god, I feel like any like super, super hetero dudes who are afraid of gay porn just have turned this off like minutes ago.
No, they're not because they're interested.
You think they're fingering their buttholes right now?
They're interested.
Okay, so actually it's something I was thinking about with you because you're on your episode, one of your episodes on your podcast, you're talking about how you mostly, pretty much exclusively hook up with girls when you're drunk. Which, it stood out to me because I was thinking like, oh, a lot of the time I hook up with girls, like I'm drunk too, but that's usually just because I like to drink when I'm having a threesome because it's like usually a fun scenario. But you are not like considered a closet lesbian for this. But if it was like a dude who only liked to hook up with guys when he was drunk, we would all think that he was closet gay.
So here's the problem.
Okay.
We don't want to allow men to be bisexual. We don't want to allow men to experiment with their sexualities. Although in this era, even with the slut walk and with us being sexually liberated and all for women's rights and feminism, we want men to be able to allow us to go through our whole phase. We want them to allow us to, express ourselves sexually. Yeah. We have to allow that for men.
No, that's true.
And so I am someone who, and I've openly said this on my podcast, I don't care the sexuality of the person that I'm with. So if he's been with a man or has been curious or like we can talk through it, we can figure it out, like if that's what you want, like whether he's been with trans women, like all of these things. I would want someone to accept the fact that I like to be with women from time to time.
Yeah.
So to me, if I meet a partner and I'm in love with him and we're dating and maybe from time to time he likes to be with men, I think as long as we're safe and aware of both of our sexual health histories and keep up on that, what is the problem?
Okay.
As long as he's still a provider, as long as like we still are existing in the sense that we want to exist, I don't care what someone does behind closed doors. Like, people are into some weird fucking kinky shit. It doesn't make them any less of a person.
No, definitely not. I'm just thinking like so many girls, you know, if they find out their dude also like guys, or
that's
like,
the problem. That's why we have the DL. That's why people are in the closet. That's why even you bringing up closet, it's because there's shame around them wanting to even open up about their sexuality. That's not okay. We need to allow men that same. And I feel like, honestly, white guys are able to be more open with that than black guys are.
Definitely, yeah.
1000%. Yeah. I've been in like white spaces, or my friends have, like, Weezy talked about dating. And Weezy is my co-host, not Lil Wayne, guys. Sorry. But Weezy is my co-host. And she's talked about running into white guys and them being okay with even exploring each other. And one was like sending her a video of him putting a dildo in his ass, but he was straight. Like, and it was just like, okay. I was like, oh yeah.
I feel like white guys like joke about being gay with each other a lot more often.
Duh, because they did that shit in high school. They be playing with each other in the locker room. College too.
Yeah.
And they do the frat houses, all of that. Like, it's a thing. But I feel like a lot of black men have done the same. They just aren't open about explaining it, because even the stories I've heard, girl.
I feel like you just know so much.
Girl.
I'm thinking about it for the first time. Like, damn.
And no, in real life. Seriously.
You know.
I also want to thank you one more time. You guys don't know, I didn't have panties on. So if you guys see white cotton, they're actually slut panties from
Lena.com.
But they were like, oh my God, you need to be more comfortable. I was like, but I don't have panties on, sis. So.
Oh, I don't either. But
and she's like, oh, I got you. I'm gonna get you some drawers, sis. I'm like, I bet.
I got tons of underwear in my house that say slut on them. I mean, what's more fitting?
So now I have slut panties on. I love it. Now I feel like I need dick today.
I really want to get my boyfriend to explore more kinky shit now. But
so just talk to him about it. So start off by sending him just different porns. And I tell all my friends to blame me. So just be like, look what Mandy sent me. What do you think? What do you think about this? We should try this one time. Like,
I'm gonna send Adam a gangbang. Be like, babe.
No.
What do you think about this? She's like, excuse me? It's funny because I think that like we both watched the gangbang category separately.
I love gangbang. That's the straight porn I watch. It. But I think it's because I like a lot of dicks.
I was gonna ask you about your category. Do you have like an actor that you like to watch?
So because I watch gay porn, so I'll go through my porn stars that I actually do like. So in gay porn, I really like Giovanni. I like Arquez, Drilla, Hot Rod. Like, pretty much everyone. Oh, I'm really into Crave Melanin right now because he's a verse.
All these dudes.
He's a verse.
What is that?
Like, he gives good dick and then he takes it really well. And he looks really masculine. He has dreads and all that shit. He's beautiful. I'll show you a video.
See, this is why I'm telling you I'm vanilla. I'm like, verse. More things.
Yeah, verse is like where you take both. Well, you
is
get.
That switch? Is that the same
You're
thing?
a top and bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. And then in straight porn, clearly the black stars are high on the list. And I used to be really into Monica Santiago. I don't think she films anymore, but she has like a barbed wire tat on her ass. She's like, I think Brazilian or something, or Colombian, or I don't know. She's Latina with a big fat ass. And I love her.
You love big butts?
I love big butts. And I cannot lie.
You have a big butt, so.
Yeah, but not as big as hers. Hers is big. I don't lost weight, so my ass ain't what it is. But I be telling my friends when it's bent over, it's big.
It's big.
Listen, it's there. It's there. Any size. But yeah. So those are like some of my favorite porn stars. Do you have favorites? Like, because you're technically on Pornhub. Are you able to have favorite porn stars when you're on there? Like me, duh, bitch.
I just like to watch anyone that I don't know because I'll be like, oh, I forgot to text her back. Fuck. Like, I can't concentrate. I just want to be able to.
You can't come to your friends.
The person. But they're a subject to me, and I'm thinking about like, did her pussy hurt in that position? What like was she tired? Like, you know, I'm just like really making them like real people because they are real people to me. So I just want to be like rim job. Let's go.
Right. Shout out. So I'm cool with Havana Ginger, Capri Styles, but those are like vets in the game. But yeah, I remember back in the day, like when we used to hang out, I was like, oh yeah, girl, I can't watch you no more.
Right? Yeah. I don't know. It's just too weird for me. Like. But I guess...
but I also fuck all my friends. So it's also weird that I can't watch them fuck. When in real life, I be asking to watch them fuck. and I can't come to them, but I would still basically come with them. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I fuck my friends too that I can't watch.
Really?
Either. Yeah.
You're a friend fucker? I get judged, and I'm like, girl, I would rather fuck my friend than a stranger.
I mean, a lot of my friends do porn, so it's just like...
Oh, that's easy.
Or I met them because we fucked. Like, you know, like, you meet up with people that you never met before and you interview them, right?
Right.
I meet up with people I've never met before and they eat their pussy and then they leave and I might never see them again.
Oh, yeah. So way different. Way different.
I'm having one night stands, but like for work. And
that sounds like, at least you're getting paid.
Yeah. And I mean, it's weird though. I'm like,
but that's like a good ass job.
Yeah. It was a pretty good job.
Right?
I learned a lot. When I first started doing it, I would get so nervous. I would have to have a drink in the middle of the day.
Well, that's like strippers. So there's not many strippers that can do their job sober.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's kind of weird. Like,
but it's crazy because I don't really like drunk sex. So I've had blackout sex, which I don't like. I hate not remembering.
Yeah.
And then I don't feel like I'm as wet when I'm drunk.
But do you like tipsy sex? Like one drink
tipsy sex, yes.
Yeah.
First off, there's never one drink.
I
know you're a lightweight, but bitch, the real people who drink, when are we having just one drink then fucking? No, that's not how it goes.
I mean, I'm having like 3 drinks in a night if I'm having a big night. So like one drink is like a good part of the way there for me. But I feel like one drink is like, okay, you'll start to dirty talk. You're like not too shy. But like for me, 2 drinks, I'm like, all right, maybe I might get a little sloppy. And then 3 drinks, I'm like, okay.
I just hate not remembering shit.
Yeah, no. Especially if it's like amazing. And then you can't even
don't know.
Jerk off to it later.
I've literally had sex and had to be like, how many times did you come? Did you come? How was that?
Damn.
Yeah, which isn't good. I don't condone it, by the way. Consent all the time. Don't fuck bitches while they're drunk.
It's such a sticky subject.
No, it is.
It's like, you go out and you like, maybe you meet someone or you guys go out with the intention of fucking after, but then you're drinking, but then, I mean, it's consent. But
we see a lot of it happening. It happened with Aziz Ansari. Like, there's been so many, it's a sticky slope because a lot of us drink. We're having a good time and we may consent for someone to fuck before we get to that point. And so they're like, well, I thought you wanted to fuck and now I don't remember. And now as a woman, unfortunately, we have all the power to like say you did something that in hindsight we agreed to, but because I was under the influence, maybe I didn't agree to it. So it's like a real sticky slope. I just think men should maybe be more choosy. If a woman is too drunk and you can tell she's drunk, maybe just don't even go there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, definitely I'm like that. Like at parties, I'll be looking at people. I'm like, oh, she's wasted and he's wasted. They should not be. They should not be. Like, I'm gonna separate these 2 fuckers. I don't even know them.
Oh my God, you're doing God's work.
I mean,
that's so sweet of you.
Like, what if he fucking gets her pregnant? Like, what if she gets an STD? Like,
in real life, yeah.
You know, how do you like go about safe sex? Because I feel like with
I like condom dick.
You like condom dick.
I love condom dick. I don't like raw dick.
What?
I know.
Special.
I know. Y'all are all gonna be like, this bitch is like, no. So to me, I'm not on birth control.
Okay.
And I don't want a baby. Jesus Christ.
Those things don't usually go hand in hand.
Yeah, no. So I like the fact that when I go and get tested, maybe I'm less worried that I have anything because I use condoms every time I have sex. Or I know when my period is gonna come. And I'm not waiting on my period to say, oh, yay, bitch, you're not pregnant. Like, so I like the peace of mind that comes with, yes. Okay. So to me, and I have really good condom sex. So like, I don't need the pressure of unprotected sex just because I'm also not exclusive to anybody. And so the person that I currently fuck, we both know we fuck other people. So it doesn't make sense for us to just have unprotected sex. And we've been fucking for 7 years with condoms. So there's that. Yeah. And like a lot of other people, like I like fucking with a condom.
The only time Adam and I ever used a condom was when we both got an STD together.
Bro, shut up.
And
what?
The doctor was like, all right, so you guys are going to have to wear condoms this week because he might have the STD get out of his body before you and you might reinfect him.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
Swear to God.
Shut the fuck up.
So, we have threesomes usually with like porn girls and they get tested every 14 days or like there was like a stripper girl coming from Vegas this weekend and she like wanted to hang out with us. I was like, all right, like get tested, you know? So like, I'm trying to be really on top of that, but I could not imagine having a condom threesome. Like,
so I just had a condom threesome and Actually, I've had a few condom threesomes, and it worked out well because the guys, I guess, are pros at threesomes. So like he switched out the condoms between fucking us both. So yeah, like so he would fuck me with a condom, and then I'd be eating her pussy, and before he went to put his dick in her, he took off the condom that he used with me, put on a fresh one, and then fucked her.
So you basically do like fucking Mandy and then fucking the other girl and coming. Like it's not like a back and forth situation.
No, it's like he only came once. Well, like even like
But he's not like having you both bend over and like taking turns back.
Yeah, no. He can't do that because then whatever.
You need like 12 condoms. You
Girl pack. They come in 12 packs. That's fine. These niggas ain't broke. A condom don't cost shit.
Let it be known that she's only fucking rich, guys.
Nah, I ain't saying she a gold digger. Oh nah, but condoms are not that expensive. Come on, regular niggas can buy condoms. And then you're fucking with a girl who has a sex podcast. So then I'll be like, well, I have a variety. Do you want to try them out?
Flavor,
like, you want ribs, you want, skin, you want the ones that are thin. I don't even like magnums because I like actually a nigga coming in my mouth. So,
do you ever have someone give you a hard time about it? Like,
what do you mean?
Like, oh, I don't want to use a condom, or?
Then I'll be like, you can go fuck another bitch then.
I'm just wondering, like,
if we're not together, like, I've legit had guys come over the house and they're like, oh, well, they wasn't expecting. No, nigga, you was. But you just thought that I was going to let you fuck raw. And no. So I've been completely turned off. Like, I've been in the mood. And if a guy has tried to, like, put his dick in me, like, or just tried to go without using a condom, I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. We're not doing this at all. Because now, to me, you don't care about my health.
It's a respect issue, too.
It's a huge respect issue.
Yeah,
like,
because you said, like, that this.
I've said.
I brought a condom.
I've said. So, yeah. And then it's just also another slippery slope because guys will judge you for having condoms. Like, I've had the conversation where they're like, and I put them around the house. Bitch, I got them, like, in the living room, in my guest room, in my room.
When I have them.
Like when my friends come over, they know to come to me and I have condoms. Like, so I've had guys, like, judge me. But I'm like, I get sponsored, so we get, like, bags. I've had a whole bag.
Do you want to fucking get me pregnant? Like, come on.
And I don't want a baby.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you think I'm only going to ask you for the $500 to abort it? Because I'm pro-choice. So, no, I'm adding tax and interest to that shit.
My time.
So, if you can't fucking afford that shit, get the fuck on.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, pro-choice. See, this is problematic. They're gonna be like, this fucking whore.
You're not problematic, and like, the reason I feel like you're not problematic is because you're very self-aware, and when you say something that you think might be problematic, you acknowledge it, and I feel like
people are probably gonna disagree with me. Like when I talk about how I be fucking husbands and shit, they're like, oh my God, and I'm like, well, I'm not trying to ruin their home.
It's also like it's his thing too. I mean,
it is, right? Don't put it all on me, Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I just like, and everything is problematic now.
No, everything. You can't say shit. Like, I was, we've gotten emails because we didn't differentiate between female and woman. So you can't say.
Please enlighten me because I feel like I'm gonna fuck shit up too.
So basically, female is what you're born as. Okay. However, a woman can be not born a female if they identify as a woman. Like Caitlyn Jenner is a woman,
and
but
you
not
got in
a female.
trouble for this.
Yes. Because I was calling women females instead of women. Right. So when you open up this dialogue, even like what we're doing now, like, yeah, you're open to offend people. You're open to have people disagree with your logic. Like, people are going to sit here and be like, ew, you fucking gay man. Oh, my God.
Yeah, of course.
And it's just like, okay, whatever.
See, I feel like, if you go on my Twitter, it's a lot of just nudes. Like, it's stuff that, like,
right,
people
what's
like.
Wrong with that?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but sometimes there are things I want to say, and I'm just like, I have a degree. I consider myself to be a very smart person.
Me too. I have 2
degrees.
But I'm
scared to speak up because I'm like, who am I? Is this correct? Is this politically correct? I don't know. Is there a politically correct dictionary?
Oh, I don't give a fuck about PC. So I'm going to say what I say. You're going to like what I say or not. You also have to realize you're never going to please everybody.
Yeah. Someone got into it with me the other day because I was making fun of how sage smelled because my sister stays in my house. Smells like shit. And this girl thought I offended her Native American heritage.
No,
and I was like,
lying. You're
lying. I'm not
kidding.
You're lying. I'm not kidding. And her name was like fucking Catherine Willings or something, like some fucking white ass name. And she was calling me some dumb white bitch. And I was like, what is happening right now? I was making fun of the smell of sage. Like,
you're lying.
I'm not kidding.
That shit does stink.
It does
like, I know
stink.
y'all be talking about it, like, leaves like spirits and energies and all that bullshit. I don't believe in crystals.
I don't either. And my sister does. So I was kind of making fun of her.
Bullshit.
And I was just like,
that shit stinks.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was like, am I really getting attacked? For
you are, and you did. And you just gotta say fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck your opinions, okay? You don't have to care about mine. I don't have to care about yours.
Very true. It's a good way to go about it.
Boom. Valid. There we go.
Was there ever like something that someone came at you for being problematic that you were really like, oh shit, like I gotta check myself? Nothing.
I mean, I'm gonna say it on your platform, but we'll see if they get offended. I say midget. And they really came for me, and so I had to like apologize to little people.
Okay.
But you and I are little people. And my friends all call me a midget. I've been called a midget and technically a midget is I think 4'11".
So we're like 2
You
inches
could be
off.
you could be legally considered handicapped at 4'11" or something like that because it's
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, my friends made fun of me my whole life. I consider myself a
I've
midget,
never
so.
talked to a little person about like what they think about that word.
Oh well, I have a little person that listens to the show and wrote me, and I was just like, oh, but I still say it. And here goes Wheezy. I'm gonna bleep that out. Oops. But mind you, at the time that I said it, we were talking about fucking gnomes and dwarfs and mythical creatures. So I'm just like,
really mean,
bro, we're really like it grew into the topic of like we were literally talking about fucking gnomes and like the centaurs or like the fucking half horse, half human shit.
Yeah.
We're literally fucking talking about fucking mythical creatures. And you're gonna get on me because I use the M word instead of little person? Jesus Christ. So yeah, like there's that. Apparently people think we're too black, but we're also too black without being black enough. So
yeah, it was actually
we're biracial, so I'm black and white, but I only identify as black. And so like people have come to us like, oh my God, y'all say the N-word too much. Oh my God, can y'all really speak for black people when y'all are biracial? Oh my God, why don't y'all ever stick up for your white people's side when y'all are half white? What?
As a white
Shut
person,
up.
I don't feel like your podcast is too black or too white. You
Yeah.
guys can only be you. Like that's all
it.
You know
but
how
that's
to
what
be.
podcasting is. That's what your YouTube channel is. It's you guys seeing us as ourselves, transparent as fuck, and take it or leave it.
I really appreciated an episode you guys did where you're talking about your experiences at work, where you guys got the black talk.
Yeah, like our hair, everything.
I had never once in my life thought about this because like why would I have had to think about this? But I was so glad you guys did that because
we both just left our corporate jobs. She was in tech sales and I was an accountant, and I've worked at like an investment bank, a big four firm, like super, 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 not only just corporate, but conservative. Mm-hmm. And so like, if I'm going to Miami, I want braids. Or having hair that's 26 inches, technically that's, a little stripperish according to like just everything from color to curls to patterns to how we want to wear our hair even at work. Yeah, it's like a real fucking conversation.
So crazy. Like I've been outside of a corporate setting for so long that that's like one reason why I would never think about it.
Yeah.
And then like obviously I'm not black, so it's like never really consider like how my hair gets targeted in the workplace.
My mom is white. So me having the conversation with her and she's like, well, let me put you on the phone with my coworker. She's Mexican. And I'm like, no,
Mom.
Sorry. That was cute that you tried to do that, but no, like your Mexican coworker isn't going to help me either. Like she's not going to understand what it's like, especially because I love to change up my hair. But when you're in a corporate setting, you can't fucking really, you can, but
people are going to give you stares.
You're going to get stares like, oh my God. Like I remember I was working at the investment bank and I got braids and my senior manager decided to let me know how, oh my God, the daycare that I bring my kids to, they're Jamaican and they braid hair and I absolutely love how did you do it yourself or did you get it done? And it's just like, or like when I have hair like this and then I'll do a bob. And I've had an Asian coworker be like, your hair really grew that fast? Bitch, it ain't grow that goddamn fast.
I honestly just have to say sorry on behalf of some white people, but like we don't know. Like we really I was like, oh wait, they're wearing wigs, or they're changing their hair.
Y'all don't know?
Yeah,
come the fuck on.
I swear I didn't know until maybe 2 years ago. And I'm 28 years old. I have not been around that many black people,
Oh
and
my
I'm just so
God.
sorry that I really didn't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, thanks. I'm glad you
I'm
admitted
just
it and you're
admitting it.
learning.
Like, I don't know. I just
It's
didn't know.
insane to me. Like, no, my hair didn't grow that fast, or no, I didn't chop all my hair off. It's a fucking style. It's gonna go right back to how I feel like.
I'm
Yeah,
so
that's
sorry.
hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm like, when did I think probably when I started following like some black girls on Twitter, I was like, oh, their hair's like changing all the time.
Yeah, and now we're doing the DMX challenge, so everyone's seeing how different we look in all of our different hairstyles. So
I hope that no one comes at me for like saying this, but I just like, I'm a slow learner. I
Yeah.
just like really didn't know.
that's fine. I'm sure like they are too. So look, I'm glad y'all are learning while also listening to us talk about sucking dick and pegging guys. You know, that works.
Can you tell me like about the origins of Horrible Decisions? Like, how did it come to be?
Literally, Weezy and I went out to lunch. This was a lunch that I owed her because I lost a bet. I was sure she was gonna fuck this guy. And so I bet, I was like, girl, you're gonna fuck him before the year is up. Like, and so we bet like that one of us had to take the other out to eat. And that bitch can eat, okay? She can fucking eat. So the meal wasn't cheap. And literally she had just got done doing another podcast and was like, oh, we can do this. And she wanted it to be about sex and just our wild stories. It also just so happened that the week we decided to like, okay, let's record our podcast, I had a fucking condom stuck in my pussy. So she's like, perfect. This is going to be our first episode. So we went to the gyno together and everything because it didn't fall out. Like, I've had a condom stuck in my pussy before, but you can normally reach up and pull it out or it falls out when you piss. But 2 days later, the condom...
What did that look like when it came out?
So she just pulled it out. So, like, your vagina has different, like, crevices and holes and... Bitch, it's like a whole fucking thing. So I have a part of my vagina that like goes back. So it got stuck in that passage. And so she got up there and saw it right away and pulled it right out. But yeah, so that was kind of...
That was the inspiration.
That was our... Well, it wasn't our inspiration, but she's like, see, if anyone's as big a hoe of me, it's you. And I know we have so many stories. And clearly I'm very like just open with who I am, my beliefs, like how I am as a person.
And you're fucking funny.
You know, I mean, that works too.
Thing, but like, you're hilarious.
No, literally, I had to tell her, and I was like, just so you know, I'm not a comedian, bro. Like, I just have to be a little bit funny.
If you told me you were going to pursue stand-up, I'd be like,
yeah, Weezy wants to do that. But me,
you guys are both fucking funny.
I know.
Your rapport is really good. I love how you guys fucking look good, just go at each other sometimes.
You know,
I love it.
We're just really different. Like, you know, she likes house music, I like hip-hop. It's just...
Because you know that, like, a lot of co-hosts on podcasts do have issues and they argue off air.
Everyone,
yeah.
But it becomes a business, especially. But even to the very, there's millions of podcasts out. First off, I know friends that are barely hitting 1,000 listens an episode, and they're having dynamic issues with just. It becomes a business. Everyone has different personalities, and then when you bring guests on, you may have different ideas of what guests you want to do, different ways you want to move forward. Yeah. So, like, I'm very fucking structured. And
you are. And
I'm like, outline,
very well.
segue to the next fucking topic. We have to go. And then I'm very strict on our time. We're an hour podcast. If you want more, become a patron. If not, listen, like, go back or just wait till the next week.
The teasers really get me at the end of the fucking
episode. Like, we're trying to get you guys.
Like,
so we drop 7 episodes a month. Y'all aren't going to get me talking about sucking dick for 2 hours. You get an hour. Yeah. Enjoy. And we're on to the next one. And so, yeah, like, Weezy's like, let's just be more freestyle. And I'm like, no, bitch. We need our fucking segments. Structure. So, but I'm also, like, the friend that when I travel, I have a whole Excel itinerary. Yeah, I'm one of those.
I like that, though.
I'm one of those. Like, I literally had to send my friend, okay, I'm in LA. I have this from 2:30 to 3:30. Yeah.
Dick pegging from this.
That was last night. No, that wasn't in the schedule. I didn't plan on having a one-night stand out here. Especially not on the beach, but it just happened, and it worked. I was like, "Hey guys, I'm leaving with him. I'll see y'all later. Let me know where I need to meet you."
So you go to have a one night stand, and let's say the guy is like the super dominant type, and he wants you to be the submissive one. Like, what happens there?
So that's what sucks with a one night stand. I believe in vetting, so I'm actually really big with not having sex with someone unless I think we're sexually compatible.
Okay.
So I like rounds. So if you tell me you're like the type that doesn't go rounds, I probably won't fuck you. I do like talking. If you tell me, well, I'm not a talker, I don't want to fuck you either. Like, so I'm very big with kind of vetting. If
Talking
I think,
meaning like you warm up to the fucking. Like,
no, as in I'm going to ask you, hey, when you come, can you get hard and come again? No? Okay, then we're not fucking. Nice to meet you. Like, I literally ask them questions. Like, I'm asking if I can lick your ass. I'm asking how you like your dick sucked.
Okay.
I'm asking if you eat pussy. I'm asking if you kiss. I'm asking if you're intimate, if you're a dom, if you're a sub, if you're a switch. Like,
wow.
this is a conversation I'm having before we.
You don't waste time with your sex life. You're not going to see.
But I now have a
dick.
podcast about sex, so it's kind of easy to go into these conversations because I talk about no kink shaming. So I may automatically be like, hey, what's the craziest, wildest thing you've ever done with sex or that you want to try?
Okay.
And so that conversation of sex becomes just as normal as, hey, what are your hobbies? Because as adults, like, there shouldn't be shame around sex. We're all fucking.
Yeah.
But as a woman, it's important for me to come. If you're not going to be someone who can make me come, why am I fucking giving you my pussy to begin with? So I'm just very big now with only having sex with, like, I told the guy last night, look at me. Damn, I'm putting timestamps on shit. But
I mean, you spotted him out when you were out. So
I did. I spotted him out in the club and I was like, ooh. So I didn't know anything. He actually wasn't even really I told him he gave me his Iverson height. He was definitely 2 or 3 inches taller than, he told me a height. I was like, nigga, you're not that tall, but okay.
Oh
but we, like, when I went to like feel his dick, I told him right there, like, I'm so glad you're big because I'm a size queen. And I said, if you were little, I would have been like, oh, we can't do this.
Wait, you walked up to him in the club and did this?
No, this is by the time we were on the beach.
Okay.
So literally,
you were gonna leave if the dick was
me
too
being
small.
as goofy as I was. Hell yeah, I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad you have a good sized dick because if it wasn't, I would have been like, oh, well, we shouldn't be doing this, and I wouldn't have fucked him. The fuck? But because it was a good size, and I was like,
see, I'm glad you said that because I feel like me and my younger self and probably some girls listening to this, like, they feel like if they show up, like, they're obligated. You know,
you're never obligated to do shit.
But when I was younger,
a guy can give you
like
money. He's not obligated.
No,
he can take you out. He's not obligated. No man is ever obligated. You could be in his bed, ass naked, and decide, you know what, this isn't what I want to do.
You could be already fucking and be like,
okay, I want to stop, which I've done because it wasn't good, and I was like, this just isn't working. Like, you gotta go. Like,
no, I'm just like, I'm glad you're saying that because especially when I was younger, I was like, oh, well,
when I was younger,
he's
I did
already
that.
here,
or having sex to think that it's gonna make a guy like you more.
Yeah,
no,
I did a lot of that when I was younger too.
Me too. So that's why even we have the podcast and we're having these conversations because we should be coming. We should only have sex because we want to have sex.
Yeah.
We should only have sex with someone who's gonna make sure we come. I feel like guys come, they come.
Yeah,
they come a lot easier than we do. So to me, it's important that you're not only on the same page with me sexually, but that your focus is making me come. And if it's not, and if your focus is just to fuck the shit out of me, which is what a lot of guys be like, ooh, let me just get behind that ass. No. Yeah. Like, a guy literally wrote me, he was going to come over. I wanted the company. And he was like, ooh, yeah, I want to come over there so you can make me come. And I said, you need to reword that whole sentence. I said, now actually I'm turned off because you need to be telling me you want to fuck me to make me come.
Yeah,
that's the conversation.
She's supposed to consider that like a sexy statement, like, "Oh, make me come."
Make
like,
me come. That is so whack. No, you're gonna come regardless. It's selfish. So to me, if I'm with a partner, I want to know that they're trying their hardest to please me, because they're gonna be pleased because I'm gonna please them back. But I need to know that you're gonna go out of your way to please me.
What is your longest dry spell? Because I feel like you don't have dry spells.
No, girl, I be 2 weeks like itching. Like, okay, bitch, it's been too long. No, I actually count it by cycles. So even if it's not like a full 2 months, if I've had 2 periods, bitch, it's 2 months.
Okay.
So if I go, like, I think my longest dry spell was probably when I was living in Asia, because there's no black people really in Asia. And I went, oh my God, maybe like 3 or 4 months. I ended up finding like a overseas ball player and a banker while I was out there from America. So
I did like blackpeoplemeet.com.
No, it was Tinder. I was on Tinder to meet Americans.
That's okay. Do they have Tinder in?
Yeah, they have it everywhere. So girl, I was in Vietnam.
They probably don't have it in China.
I was in Cambodia. I lived in Singapore for 6 months. So I was literally swiping to find Americans.
If a white guy hits on you, are you straight up like, I don't like pink dick?
I don't say I don't like it, but the problem is that the white guys that do approach me with such little finesse. Like, I've had white guys try to hit on me, and then through our first conversation, they'll be like, but you only fuck black guys, huh? As soon as a white guy says that, I just feel like they're intimidated or anything like that, or I feel fetishized. I've had white guys approach me because they want to fuck a black girl or they want to fuck a thick girl. I used to be big, so I was just like right at the limit where, ooh, you're a big girl, but you're as big as I'll go. Like, I've been super fetishized. So with white guys, no, like, even their stroke game looks different. Like, I can't even watch it in porn. Like, I've gotten bamboozled because I think Italians have like light skin, like dark dick. Or I don't know, but they be looking Italian. But I'll see like a light-skinned dick and I'll think it's like a light-skinned black guy. But no, it'd be a white guy with a dark dick. And I didn't know those existed.
Yeah, I mean, my genitalia is like very dark and people are always
like,
why is your genitalia dark?
Why is it dark? Now you're going to have me go look at your genitalia.
My butthole's dark too, but I feel like that's
I was literally trying to just go look for like your interviews, your reviews. I was like, let me not watch her suck dick. Okay, let me steer clear.
There's a lot of it out there.
I was like, let me steer clear of at least that.
This leads me into something else I wanted to ask you because, like, okay, so I post nudes online and basically all the comments and the DMs will just expose to me how little men know about the female body.
Right.
And so my friend Riley Reed and Abby Maley, they both do porn, and we did a scene together and we posted a photo with a pussy stack. Riley was like, I really want to get a photo of us all laying on top of each other with all our pussies out.
Okay, I know exactly.
And so I did like kind of like a funny meme because this girl who buys my private Snapchat sent me a picture of all these crabs stacked on top of each other in a fucking fish tank. And so I put them side by side because they were funny. They looked like, right? And the comments were just like, you know, you're comparing all of our vaginas. You could just look, they all look very different. And people were like, why is, you know, they call me roast beef pussy because my shit's dark.
Which is not okay. That's not, I just had a
conversation. Labias.
But a lot, like, our pussies are not the same, but the same way that guys' dicks aren't the same.
Exactly. Like, but they don't know. They were like, oh, the girl clearly on the top, who is Riley, she has had the least sex because her labia is not long, so it means she's not stretched out.
I also hate that idea. But also the idea that people will sit here and think that your pussy can change by all the dicks you take. But, like, there's women who have shot out whole ass babies out of their vagina. Mm-hmm. There's no dick the size of a baby. It is a muscle. No. It goes back down. Like, it contracts. It opens up. It closes up. Like,
but they just don't know.
They don't.
Know what I mean?
They don't. Like, we're born with our vaginas and how they look the same way men are born with their dicks and how they look.
Yeah, and they all look very different.
They're very different.
I get dick pics
on my
Snapchat, and I'm just like,
I actually have to show you. I have a really nice dick in my phone.
I would love to
It looks really nice.
So when I saw all these comments, I was just like, let me ask, like, what the most ridiculous thing that a man or woman has said about a body to you or whatever. And, like, the DMs and the comments that came pouring in was insane. Like,
what were they saying?
A lot of guys have believed at some point in their life that women could hold in their period, like, just not bleed. Like, girls have told, like, teachers have told girls, like, you can't go to the bathroom right now, just hold it in. I don't care if it's a female emergency. Like, you could just hold it in, sort of thing. And I swear it's, like, a problem because, and so many dudes just didn't know that there's, like, a urethra and then the cervix. Or
well, then, yeah, because then there's that conversation even with squirting. Like, is it pee or is it coming out your, like, they're coming out two different holes. But there's, like, squirting is coming out your vagina.
So there's female ejaculation and there's squirting. And a lot of times they're both fluids mixed together.
They'll mix together. Yeah. Right. But, like, yeah, they're clueless, actually.
Oh my God, the worst one, you will not believe this. A guy broke up with his girlfriend because she had discharge on her underwear and he thought it was another guy's cum. And he did not believe.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
Like, it was a gold mine once I tweeted this. Like, the fucking DMs, I was like, you poor thing. I cannot even believe this.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So your podcast is really, like, it's needed. We need
I agree.
Health class did not do enough.
But mind you, fucking is not new. That's the oldest fucking thing. Prostitution is the oldest profession. But, like, sex is not new. So even what we're doing is not new. But we're able to talk about it to where people can learn. But the biggest thing that I hope people take away from listening to our podcast, whether they agree with us or disagree with us, is just bringing those conversations to their group chats and their friends, their families, their children. and just literally opening up these conversations to where things become more normalized.
Yeah,
so
like,
there's not so much shame and stigma.
Weird.
No,
yeah.
it shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I know that you always get on Wheezy and her lesbian friend because they were talking about eating.
That's just disgusting. I don't give a fuck.
So I like getting fucked on my period only because Adam always pulls out.
Why are you doing this? Why? You know I don't like blood. You know I don't, and you gonna bring up this nasty ass shit.
See, Adam always pulls out. And I like how it feels when he comes inside me. And he'll only do it on my period. It looks disgusting afterwards.
You know I just caught, like, what is that? That's like cherry pie.
Oh, I've never even heard of this term.
Well, because it's, instead of a cream pie,
I can imagine
it's a cream pie, but now it's fucking pink.
Wow, I like cherry pies, I guess.
That is disgusting.
Can you go back to, you know I hate blood?
Just know I hate blood. Are we going back? You missed the whole cherry pie? Just no. No,
So
I do.
Mandy just taught me that I like cherry pies because I like to get cummed inside of when I'm on my period. But it's because of the...
It's because of what? Because you're fucking nasty. It's fucking filthy.
I'm not on birth control like you.
Okay.
We don't want to get pregnant yet.
But a cream pie is... He's coming in you, sis.
Yeah, but when I'm on my period, the chances of me getting pregnant are just like...
Okay, let's not do that. No. Oh, so now you're a scientist.
It's day 1 and day 2
like,
only. That's the only time we'll do it. It's a very small window.
The window. Okay, I get it. No, yeah.
We only do that. It's disgusting, but...
I am not here for blood, sex, period. My period is only like 3 days. So I feel like if you can't wait, oh, you're too horny for me and we need to work on this. Like, I'm not okay with it. But I have, on like day 1 or the last day, I've done the makeup sponge trick.
I got one of those stuck inside me.
So have I. And my friend literally went and got the glove from the kitchen sink because I was like, friend, it's not coming out.
Yeah.
And I had my nails, and now I'm seeing blood under my fucking acrylic nails. I'm like, oh, this is gross.
Yeah.
So I'm like, girl, it's not coming out. And it's like a fucking makeup sponge. I said, I need to get it out. So, especially because I can't be shoving up a tampon while there's a makeup sponge in there. Like, no. So I'm just like, help me. So she went and got the rubber glove from like what you do with your dishes. And yeah, I literally stood on the edge of the tub. This was another story I told on my podcast. I stood at I just put my leg up on my tub so that my pussy was out, and she was like on her knees, and she like took her hand and grabbed the sponge out of my pussy. So now we're like friends
You're
for
friends
life.
forever.
Friends for life. You just took a makeup sponge out of my pussy.
Did it look disgusting? Because mine did when I did that.
I mean, it looked like
it
looked like lube with I don't know, some pink shit on it too, like pinkish reddish.
So I accidentally fell asleep with mine in and forgot that it was in there. And then I stayed with it all day long because I couldn't get it out.
Oh yeah, no, I know that shit was
disgusting.
Yeah, I know that was disgusting.
I was like,
this is really disgusting, actually.
Really
If you thought they tuned off when I was talking about pegging, this is 1000% where they're like, okay, I'm done with you two bitches. They're like,
I did a YouTube video about it.
Yeah,
I got a beauty blender stuck in my pussy.
I have to go watch that one. That is the one I want to just read the comments because I'm sure at this point they're like, okay, I'm done with y'all.
I mean, I had to have that.
You're so nasty.
It's like,
look at me. I'm like, you so nasty. I'm like, girl, I did it too. I did it too, but you nasty.
Mine only got stuck for 2 hours. Yours was 48
right,
hours.
That's kind of gross.
It was pretty gross, and I don't recommend it. It's not really safe considering we both got them stuck in
our pussies.
Prostitutes do it all the time, and all the girls
and so do strippers. Strippers do it as well, or they'll cut the string of their tampons. So yeah,
I was in London at this Megan Thee Stallion party, and I was in the VIP section, and there were stripper poles, and I'm just dancing. I'm so happy. There's Henny everywhere, and this fucking random girl was like, "Sweetie, come here. Your tampon string's hanging out."
Oh no!
I was like, "Thank you so fucking much."
That's funny.
It would have been really bad. I would have been so nervous. How you feeling? You're good?
I'm good. I'm always good.
Okay. I'm like,
you got me the organic berries and liquor, so.
Wait, what?
I said you have organic berries in here.
I feel like I need to feed you a French fry or something so that you believe that I'm a normal human.
Well, it's LA, so I'm sure I'm gonna go get, I don't know, some Roscoe's or some shit when I head out of here.
What is there to eat out here that's good?
But I don't even eat a lot anymore, so it doesn't matter. I just have a bite and then I'm good to go.
Do you talk about your surgery?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, so I'm 80 pounds down since last year. Yeah, I had the gastric sleeve. Which means they cut out 80% of my stomach. So my stomach can literally it just can't hold food anymore. I get full really quick.
Wow. So
yeah, the bypass is like a whole instrument that just stops your stomach from getting big, but you have to get it tightened. So I don't have anything foreign. They just literally cut 80% of my stomach, then stapled it shut and took my stomach out of me.
Whoa. How was the recovery for that?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but like for the first 6 weeks, it was liquid only.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you miss food?
No, because
You weren't
I
even
wasn't hungry.
So when you don't have a stomach, you're not hungry.
Or I get really full really fast. So like I can eat maybe very little throughout the day, but I can't sit and eat a meal. Like one meal can last me probably for 2 days.
Does that piss you off? Do you ever
Absolutely.
want
I'd be like, bitch, no, we're not going to brunch. Damn it. No. Like, or like family style servings. I hate it. I won't do buffets. I really like Katana, so I'm going to Katana, but the food is super expensive, but it's little portions. So I'm able to try a lot. I love it. So yeah, I don't mind spending a lot of money now, like for good quality food.
I honestly, it fucked me up eating at nice restaurants because now if I try to eat it like Red Lobster.
First off, that shit is gross. Unless you go for the biscuits, that shit is trash. It is the McDonald's of the sea.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
But like, if y'all are eating at Red Lobster for anything more than the biscuits, shame on you.
When I was younger, I thought Cheesecake Factory was like the best thing in the world. Like, you just think it's fancy when you're young because you don't know. And you didn't like that even when you were young?
Yes, no, but that's what I'm saying. Now?
But now I'm like, my palate is so refined.
It's so refined. Bitch, I know. You have organic berries with your liquor.
Oh, yeah, organic. They carry pesticides. We can't be having the regular berries. Also, it's berry season, so they're way better.
No, they were really good. These are good-ass berries. I'm like, fucking LA shit, right? Yeah. Shit.
I like to pretend like I know everything about produce, so I could be like a wifey material and shit.
I like that. Yeah, not me. I'd be like, listen.
I don't want kids. I just want to peg you, and
that's it. And let's travel the world together.
Have you ever gotten blood on the strap-on? Have you ever pulled
No.
No?
No. I told you I'm gentle, so
Sometimes I take a shit and there's blood. Like, what?
Well, no. Like, there's a lot of preparing. So, like, I have a anal starter kit. So, like, there's butt plugs that go up in size. So, I may, like, start with those first. Or I'll start with one finger, then fit two first, use a ton of lube, and then go in. Like,
do you clean them out?
What?
Or do you like, tell them to prep, like, their buttholes? Or
no.
This is the grossest podcast
This is really fucking gross, actually, now. But, like, to me, we're all fucking humans.
Oh yeah,
so like,
trust me.
If shit is on the
everywhere.
sheets, I'm just like, damn, let's okay, remove these sheets. But
it happens.
Like, yeah, like shit happens, literally. And so if I peg someone or like, I like anal sex only once a quarter because my whole ass feels like it just is open for 24 hours after. So true. Like, I'll be like, okay, you can put it in this time, like, but literally once every 3 months is how I do anal, and I hope the same. Like, damn, did I make a mess? Like, I had an anal orgasm and was so scared to look at the fucking sheets because I felt like it was one of the most greatest sensations I have ever felt during sex, but I didn't know where I came out of. So I was scared that it was shit and cum and squirt all in one. And thankfully, there wasn't a mess at all, but I came out of my ass.
It's such a good feeling.
I was like, oh my, like, a tear came out of my eye. I had there was a tear and I was just like, I was shaking uncontrollably. I just had a joke, which it's not a joke. Sorry if this is going to be offensive, but like the guy who I fuck, he said I have Parkinson's pussy. And this is because like, I'll like shake so uncontrollably that it pushes his dick out when I come.
Oh my God.
It's really not funny, but it was funny when he said it. So sorry for anyone who has Parkinson's disease, but I had Parkinson's pussy.
It's such a good feeling. People don't understand like how much magic is in the butthole, and we just don't access it.
I like to teach people. Like, listen, but it's gonna feel great.
I'm trying to put another finger in my boyfriend's
ass. No, you should for sure.
I just know, like personally, if I'm even just masturbating by myself, obviously no one's there, I'll like get a butt plug and just put it in, and then stimulate my clit because I know it's gonna be a more intense orgasm.
Yeah, I feel like
it's a good way to start. Like,
well, I just rode dick
from your ass.
In my ass for the first time, and it was like amazing. I was like, oh wow, this isn't that bad.
It's
and
nice
I already don't like riding.
You're doing it,
but to ride in my ass, bitch, I'm a pro. I'm a fucking pro over here. Okay, pro hoe.
Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, I did an anal threesome, and that was the only time that I cleaned out for it because I was like, oh, there's another girl there. I want to be like conscious, and she's like a professional porn star, so like she's gonna clean out because they always do, and so like, and we're gonna go back and forth. So
how was that?
It was really fun.
Yeah,
and my boyfriend actually said like he could last longer because like the asshole like is tight.
It's tighter,
but it's like once you get in like the canal or whatever, it doesn't grip like the way the pussy does. Like pussies hug the dick.
Oh, I thought the ass was tighter.
So it is tighter at the rim of it, but I guess once he's inside, it's more open. So he was like, I felt like I could go for longer. I know. I was like, oh, you're teaching me new shit, baby.
I didn't fucking know that.
So because we do threesomes.
Well, now he's just gonna stay in my pussy because if it's not even tighter, fuck the little hole.
A lot of girls will end up doing more anal porn because like it's a lot easier for their asshole to get fucked all the time than their pussy because they'll end up getting like UTIs or.
Oh, well, that happens a lot. Like, and I tell all my friends like their vaginas are always broke because y'all don't use condoms. So you're bringing in a ton of bacteria just with raw sex, period, and especially if you're having casual sex.
Yeah.
Even if you use condoms with some and then raw with other, like you're still allowing all of their skin particles. Everything from the dick is coming into your pussy. Our pussies are very fucking sensitive.
Yeah.
So whether they're coming in you or not, you're still exchanging a lot of bodily fluids and skin cells and all of that, and it's going in your pussy and fucking it up. So you wonder why you always have fucking a yeast infection or BV or UTIs.
You end up trying to go get all the antibiotics. And
then you fuck it up again, and you have to take a fucking diflucan because the antibiotics fuck up your pussy. All of it.
Then you get fucking desensitized. You get immune to the antibiotics, and then I just hear about this from girls in porn all the time.
I'm
They're
sure.
Like, oh, I took a month off from boy-girl shooting. I have to only shoot girl-girl because my pussy's broken.
Yeah.
I'm like, god damn.
But then even we just had a lesbian episode, and it was so shocking to me how lesbians aren't frequenting or even questioning their partners about their statuses when it comes to STIs and STDs. You could still transfer it if you're scissoring, if you're eating each other out. We can catch a lot of things in our throat as well. So like when we had the lesbian episode, I said, you're not questioning the women that you fuck about their status, which is mind-boggling because a lot of women are bi. So they are still fucking guys. So why would you not ask the women you're fucking as well? I
definitely got gonorrhea from a girl before.
That's what I'm saying.
It was in my throat.
I don't think people realize. Yes.
And I wouldn't have known until it happened to me. And it was like, it was a girl in porn too. So I just like, usually they get tested pretty often.
Right.
I thought I just had like a really bad
strep throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally just had 2 threesomes and I came back from my trip and my throat was hurting. And I went straight to take some amoxicillin. But I think it was also blunt sharing, cup sharing.
No sleep.
I would say no sleep, cum swapping, but we did a lot of kissing. And your mouth has a lot of bacteria. So I fucking made out with 4 or 5 people. Like that's a lot of fucking people to make out with. And that's where, and I was just like, I took it and it was gone immediately. So I caught it right on time.
Shout out to antibiotics. So have you ever gotten like an STD then?
I think anyone who says they haven't would lie. Like I remember getting it actually young. I was maybe 20 and having the conversation with the person. Like he was just like, hey, I just went in to the doctor and I have this. You should probably go get tested. And I actually went and got tested and had something completely different than he had. So I think he got tested and had gonorrhea or something. And I got tested and had chlamydia. And so I had to tell him like, actually, no, I don't know who you got that from. But yeah, thank you for telling me. But I went and got tested. So, but that's also just the thing of your partner, whoever it may be, being comfortable enough with you to be like, hey, something's not right down there. You should probably go get tested. And also for us not to be mad at each other. Mm-hmm. We were able to have sex after. Like, I appreciated that. But also it was like where we weren't exclusive to each other. So we owed each other that. And at that point, I was a little bit more reckless with maybe not using a condom every time. Yeah. So that's probably why now, too, I'm super... Like, even from then, I was just like, oh, whoa, no, let me... You count your blessings and just start using condoms
because you never know. There's people I know who got, like, herpes at first time having sex with
But you can have herpes with a condom, so that's not fair. Because herpes is skin to skin. Mm-hmm. So, and also it's one of those that there's, like, 6 to 8 types of herpes simplex. So, all of us kind of have one form. Of course, the 1 and the 2 are bad because those are what cause the outbreaks. Yeah. But even a lot of people don't know... when you go and get tested for STDs, you have to request the herpes test. They don't automatically test it. And I think even in the porn, it's, you don't have syphilis, gonorrhea, because I think even the doctors are so like, you're going to have a percentage of HSV. It's the level, I think it's above 60%, which makes it to where they'll tell you have it. And then,
Did you learn all this after you got your podcast?
Oh, girl, I be learning a whole bunch. We be having doctors on our show. We ask, and then I am like open now to talking to sexperts, and people be teaching us. Like, I don't know everything. I didn't go to school for this, but it's literally just we research. We'll be on the show Googling shit. Like, damn, that's for real. Like, we've learned like how many fucking sperm is in a fucking one ejaculation. Like, can sperm swim in your eye? Like,
can it?
No, it can't. But
Oh my
some
God,
girl wrote
that's a
us and
disgusting
said
thought.
she felt the sperm swimming in her eye when he done it in her eye. So we were looking up if that's possible. Like, we look and see, like, so we do a lot of research, but also just asking questions and, again, having these free-flowing conversations. Like, you taught me that porn stars get tested every 14 days. And even my friend Liz told me that. So it's literally just these conversations. Like, that we have.
You probably learn a lot from, they have a segment called Home Mail where they like read your.
So we have that every episode we do Home Mail. But we've also had 2 people who've come on the show who are herpes positive.
Okay.
So we've learned that there's dating apps for it. We've had someone come on who's HIV positive. We had abortion, people who are in abortions and opened up about our abortions on our show. We've had sex workers, doms, porn stars, cam models, everything.
That woman who has herpes, and she talks about like how she goes about dating and stuff.
She goes to sex clubs and has herpes.
Yeah.
And has had it for 10 years.
And has partners who never got it. Like,
and has
I
partners
learned a lot from there.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
so
amazing.
like, I think it's amazing that we can have these conversations, but also just to destigmatize, like, you could be born with herpes. It doesn't even have to be sexually transmitted.
There's so much stigma around getting an STD or STI, and it's like, when I got gonorrhea, like, it sucked that I got it, but it wasn't any worse than having the fucking cold.
No, in real life. But also just the fact, and we talk about herpes when it comes to the HSV1 and HSV2, we have normalized cold sores. If you get cold sores, you have herpes.
Yeah.
But people don't say it's herpes. They're like, oh, damn, I have a cold sore. So that's normalized, and you know still not to suck a dick with a cold sore. You still know all those things, but it's not looked down upon because we call it a cold sore.
Yeah.
You're not walking around saying, oh, sorry, I have an outbreak of herpes on my lips. No, it's a cold sore, and you can get fucking over-the-counter shit for that. So I think it's also just, again, the conversation and researching and making yourself knowledgeable of these things to where now, okay, I know like, you can't contract it unless I have an outbreak, and it's dormant. Like, the idea of things being dormant. All of those things.
I'm so grateful we have the internet because
Bitch. Also, you can't believe everything you read on there.
You can't believe everything on the internet, but it's so nice to be able to be like, my vagina itches and looks like this. And then like a forum will come up with other people being like.
But it's all going to tell you you're going to die. So just be careful.
No, I don't mean WebMD. I just mean like someone else will be like, yo, this happened to me too.
Right.
It looked like this. I went to my, like, you know what I mean? I'm imagining my mom or my grandma and like what their options were.
Right. What were their options? But even you and me to have the conversation that, hey, we both got a makeup sponge stuck in our pussy. Hey, I've done this. Or, hey, anal sex makes me feel like this. Or, hey, have you got shit on your sheets when you had anal sex? Like, to just normalize that thing, that's what makes people feel more comfortable. When it happens, they can just laugh at it. Sex is funny. Sex is fun. Sex is enjoyable. We all do it. We all have it. And especially in the age where we're not as religious based, where we are having casual sex and multiple partners and sex before marriage and kids out of wedlock. And these are all normal things now that we shouldn't look down upon, but we need to just educate ourselves about.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, I mean, I'm 28 and I feel like I'm still just learning so much more about what I want. Like, what is a new kink or a new thing that you
Feet.
Girl,
I be giving my guys foot massages now, and I just sucked my friend's toe when I went to hedonism in Jamaica. And
have you ever had your feet sucked?
Yes, and I used to not like it, but now I'm just like, I had my feet sucked at hedonism recently, but I had a partner who's really into feet, and he used to suck and I used to hate it. I used to be like, oh my God, I would kick you in your face if you put my toe in your mouth. But now I'm just like, hey, let's do it. Like, but I'm massaging feet now. I like to actually give guys like, I like to rub their balls and their dick with my feet. So we'll be laying on a couch or something, and I'll like rub it with my feet now. And like, guys actually really like that. Like, there's a lot of guys into feet.
It's a big thing.
They're into feet. So feet is like, if you listen to my earlier podcast, I'm like, oh God, I hate feet. But now it's like,
was it like one guy that got you into it because you're like, oh, I like you so much, or I think you're so hot?
I don't know what it was. No, I think it was just talking about it. We used to just have the question, would you rather eat ass or suck toes, or eat ass or lick feet, or some shit like that? And of course I eat ass as is, and I used to be like, ugh, I would never do feet. But now, like, especially when you deal with someone who you know, their hygiene is good. Like, that's the problem that people always have about eating ass. Like, ew. But what if they don't wipe? And I'm like, why are you fucking someone that you don't think wipes well to begin
Don't wash
with?
their ass for them.
Hello. So to me, it's just like men are keeping up with their feet more, their hands more. Like, so now it's like, it's not bad.
You're reminding me I need a pedicure.
Yeah. I mean, I got one before I came out here. But
the first time that I ate ass, it was like Adam was like testing me. Like I was like, he was like kind of on my face. Like I was sucking his dick and then he rolled up his balls.
He scooted a little bit more.
Yeah, and then he was like, he put his asshole on my face, and I was like, what is he doing? But we were like drinking. It was New Year's. We just started hanging out, and I just like kind of went like this, but like whatever, just like licking a little bit.
It tastes like fucking skin, bro.
As long as
as long as they're clean and maybe they didn't eat Taco Bell earlier that day, like you're fucking fine.
It. I was just like, he has a huge ass, like very, very big.
You have to move the cheeks.
There's a lot of cheeks. So the first time I was very like freaked out, but now I'm super into it. And he like barely lets me do it because he does it's ticklish and he like wants me to fucking wait till he's drinking a little bit. So
that is funny.
So I can get comfortable. But I'm super into it now. It's a kink of mine. So I just like encourage you guys to explore.
Please explore
things that you could possibly be into. I mean, don't jump right to fucking pee or something. But like,
oh, I've done that too. That's actually beginner.
That's beginner?
Pissing on somebody. We pee every day.
I mean, but I feel like I get shy.
Oh, I do. So I had to run to the toilet, then go to run back over him. Like my body wouldn't let me piss on him. First, I had to run to the toilet, squat in my mind, believe I was peeing, then hold my pee, then run back over and piss on him. Yeah, so it was hard when I first did it too. But
I've done it once, but it was like my girlfriend. She was like, we were all hooking up, me, her, and my boyfriend. And I was like, let's go to the bathtub. I was like, squatting in there.
That's the only place I do it. That's the only place I do it, yeah.
And I was like, turn around, suck his dick. Let me just, I couldn't do it.
No, it's a mental thing, but sex is mental.
Yeah.
You're coming when you're comfortable with someone because you're mentally comfortable.
Watch me be into it in like 6 months.
You will. I'm telling you.
Do you like it?
What?
Peeing.
No, but if someone, I'm a pleaser. So if that turns you on, okay, I'll do it.
You're gonna get like all kinds of DMs from all
kinds of people.
No. Yo, Mandy, I really just want to pee on you. I really just want to take a shit on your chest.
Calm down. Whoa, no scat. That's where I draw the line. I'm not into scat play.
I mean, the smell. There's no way it's gonna smell good ever. So it's
there's just no way shit.
Immediate turn off. This has been like the most disgusting things we could ever talk about. Sex
Probably.
It is sexy, even though there is messiness to it. I'm gonna wrap this up because I've been here for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know.
I could talk to you forever. But before we go, is there anything you want to say and just let everyone know where they can find you?
Yes. So if you guys want to listen to more conversations like this, and we're also gonna get you on to Horrible Decisions, you can search horror wherever you watch anything. We do have a YouTube channel as well. So if you want to go to look up Horrible, that's WHOREIBLE Decisions, everywhere you listen to your favorite podcast and on YouTube. Also, I have a daily show that I'm dropping. You guys can keep up with everything that I have going on solo-wise at Full Court Pumps. And yeah, I'm on Twitter, Instagram at Full Court Pumps. Holla at me. Maybe don't DM
Buy
me.
her feet pics in the future.
Oh yeah, and I'm working on coming out with a foot page for OnlyFans. I was gonna do it on Patreon because I'm like, I'm a content creator. I am not, but I'm like, okay, let me get away from the stigma of OnlyFans.
Who don't do sex work who have OnlyFans? It's not as many.
I'm thinking that they're fans.
Yeah,
not really just me bust. So I won't be busting it wide open. But if you have a foot fetish, I do plan on doing some things with my feet. So you guys can check it out and pick whatever color I get next and shit like that.
Buy her some pedicures.
Please buy me some shoes. If you into buying shoes, that's what I want. But yeah, a lot's going on. If you enjoyed this conversation, we have a ton more like this where you can learn, laugh, and just listen to a lot of our sexual stories. We're pretty open, and a lot of our guests are too. So check it out. That's Horrible Decisions. This is Mandy B. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. I feel like I learned a lot, and I've only just started getting into the Horrible Decisions.
Oh, it's a whole rabbit hole.
There's a ton. There's like 100 something.
Yeah, there's over 100. We've been doing it for 2.5 years.
It's really good.
Every Monday we drop. And again, we are also on Patreon. So if you guys want to support a content creator as myself for just $5 a month, and it goes up higher than that. But for just $5 a month,
That's a good deal.
you know, that starts, you get 3 bonus episodes. We do like personal memoirs of what's going on in our lives. We'll like recap the episodes and let you guys know what we think. And then we also have merch only available on Patreon for our patrons.
Okay.
So we send out t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts.
And you guys do live shows, right?
Yes, we're going on tour again in November. So we're hitting 16 cities. So please be on the lookout because the tickets do sell out. Like we just did a sellout tour of 8 cities, 13 shows. We're now about to do 16 cities, 18 shows.
Damn, you go, girl. That is
amazing.
We're
working, but so we're coming to a city near you, and it's super interactive, super dope, and we have a great time. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Also, all of the info for Mandy will be in the description section, so you can check it out there if you missed it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.